Hello there, friend. Welcome to the Homestead. Today, I would love it if you would join me on a project. I'm pressure canning a batch of venison stew, and I thought while we work, we could chat about the importance of growing and storing our own food. Did you know that the supermarket of today has only been around for 90 years or so? The very first of its kind was opened in 1930. But before that, where was all the food? Well, for most people, it was in their pantry, root cellar, or garden, and across the road in Farmer Brown's field. It was all locally grown and supplied. If you've been interested in self-sufficiency or preparedness for any amount of time, you may have heard the statistic that on average, grocery stores stock only 3 days' worth of food at a time, relying on consistent deliveries to maintain their stock. But as we all witnessed this last year, any emergency or upset in the system can lead to empty shelves almost immediately as people scramble to provide for their families. There are innumerable amounts of catastrophes that could cause these deliveries to never arrive. One very important aspect of self-sufficiency is being able to provide for yourself and your loved ones without relying on this fragile system. You don't want to be the person desperately grabbing the last can of stew off the grocery store shelf. Eight years ago now, my husband and I saw the potential for a disrupt in the system and began to alter our lifestyle. It started with little changes, keeping some extra boxes or bags of the foods we were eating on our shelves, storing water under our stairs, and even building a chicken coop just big enough to fit 6 hens in the backyard of our home in town. With each little change, we have slowly fashioned our lifestyle around the idea of self-sufficiency and preparedness, to the point that when chaos hit last year at this time, we were very minimally affected. We had everything we needed on our 10-acre homestead and were able to avoid leaving our home until things settled down a bit. I know many of you are new to the concept of preparedness. Maybe you have a growing mistrust of the system after the pandemonium of last March and want to prepare yourself in case of a reoccurrence. I applaud you for taking the steps to make a change. Many people will not. They see the danger and choose to ignore it. I would like to encourage you that while in hindsight it would have been better to prepare yesterday, still there is no better time to start than today. There are many aspects of preparedness that I will talk about in future videos, but for today, let's focus on food storage. If you're just getting started, your number one goal should be to secure 2 weeks' worth of food for your family. If you're the type of person that grabs ingredients for dinner on your way home each day, it may be beneficial to start meal planning and buying the ingredients ahead of time. I found it easiest in the beginning to plan 2 weeks of my favorite meals and use that same plan over and over again. Too much variety makes stocking your pantry difficult. Simply break down each meal to its ingredients and add them to your shopping list. Once you've secured 2 weeks worth of food in your home, don't forget to rotate through your ingredients and replace what has been used at your next shopping trip. The next step in your short-term food storage is to have 3 months worth of food for your family. Once you have your 2-week meal rotation established, this should be easy to do. Each week when you go to the store, pick your favorite meal and buy enough ingredients for that meal to last you 3 months. If you eat it once every 2 weeks, that means you would times the ingredients needed for one meal by 6. If you picked spaghetti, for example, and you usually need 1 pound of burger, 2 cans of tomato sauce, and 1 pound of noodles, then you would pick up 6 pounds of burger, 12 cans of tomato sauce, and 6 pounds of pasta. Just as with our 2-week goal, don't forget to restock the items you've used at each shopping trip. Think of the 3 months as your emergency fund. Just as in finances, your emergency fund is just the beginning. This is just the foundation that gives you some security as you move forward and make life changes. You may find, like we did, that your long-term goal involves changing the way you eat and live to be less reliant on the processed foods you're buying from the grocery store, and more likely to be able to grow or source your food locally, like our pre-1930s great-great-grandparents. Let me know down below, what is one thing that you have done recently, big or small, to become less reliant on the system? As I finish up this project, I would like to ask you to please subscribe and hit the bell if you're interested in this topic, as I will have upcoming videos on how to get started. I thank you for visiting today and look forward to digging in deeper with you on this subject. May the Lord bless you and keep you.